One of the things we can do with quadratic functions, uh, just like we did with linear functions, is we can do some modeling with quadratic functions. We can look at some real world types of problems. And now we're going to take a look at two or three of those. So in applications, it's often useful to find a maximum or minimum value of a quadratic function. So let's take a look. Our first example. The value of a share of company ABC can be represented by V at t is t squared minus 8t plus 21, where x is the number of months after January 1st, 2009. What is the lowest value V of t will reach, and when will it occur? Notice, by the way, this V at t function is in fact a quadratic. It's a parabola when we graph it, and it would be a parabola opening up. And so when we have a parabola that opens up, the vertex is in fact the minimum. So when the question asks what's the lowest value, it's asking us for the vertex, some information from the vertex. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our vertex formula. Then notice instead of using x equals negative b over 2a, I'm going to use t equals negative b over 2a because the input variable, the independent variable, is t this time, not x. So our b is negative 8, our a is 1. So if I do the negative of negative 8, that gives me positive 8, over 2 times 1, that gives me 4. So now I know that the t coordinate, the first coordinate of my vertex, is 4. Now, to compute out and find the y coordinate, or the v of t value, I substitute 4 into the function. So I'd be doing 4 squared minus 8 times 4 plus 21. And when I happen to do that, I would end up getting 5. So now what I know is v at 4 equals 5. And just to recall, in our particular example here, the 4, remember the input is actually, and this should be a t, right, is actually the number of months. So this is 4 months after January 1st, 2009. And the value, so I'm going to assume that this is in dollars because they didn't tell me anything differently. So what I know is 4 months after January 1st, 2009, the value is $5. So when the function actually asks me, or the question asks me, what's the lowest value it will reach and when will it occur? The lowest value will be $5, and that'll be 4 months after January 1st. So if I go 4 months, let's see, that's February 1st, March 1st, April 1st, and May 1st. And so on May 1st, we would expect it to reach the lowest value.